Are we live? Hi, everybody. Woohoo!
Everybody.
Oh my gosh. Oh. Thank you so much, Sherry. I want to just give you a lot of love for asking people to like, share, subscribe. Thank you. Thank you. You are such an angel on this earth. Love you.
Yes, thank you. Thank you so much. Bless
Hi,
you.
Noble. Good to see you.
Hey, hi, Lovelace.
Beautiful. We're good as we're giving people a few minutes to come in. I just want to I'm so honored to be a part of this. I
couldn't do it without you, Susan. I couldn't do it without you. I keep saying that. And it's true. It is so true.
And what's the thing I always say to you when you say that to me? Of course you would. You would just take the scenic route.
The scenic route would probably take me off somewhere into the hills and far away. So I really appreciate you, Susan. You know,
it's my honor. I'm so blessed to be a part of this.
Sorry, Kirsty, you made it.
Hi, Kirsty.
Early in the morning. Oh, I appreciate you so much. Kirsty was surprised at the last live broadcast. Thank you for being here, love. Very early in the morning for you. Really early in the morning. So bless you.
That's a gift. Thank you for staying awake.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you. So
we want to give people, before we start getting into stuff, we want to give just a few more minutes. So
excited bunny here.
So I just do want to announce that you and 4 of my coaches, including the amazing Sherry, have a book coming out hello, in a couple of days.
Absolutely.
Nori, Leslie Welsh, Sherry, you, all my coaches are becoming these famous authors. It's so exciting. I love all of you. I'm super excited to see your stories in print. I've had the honor to get a sneak peek on a few of them.
Oh, it's such an amazing book. You can feel the energy of it. I'm So Glad You Left Me. By Soul Purpose Publishing, Dina Murray, who I did this wonderful book with last year, Success with Source. So it's the launch is on Friday. I hope you can come and join us. I'll put the links in the comments or somewhere so that you can pick it up. 2 a.m. Kirsty. Oh my gosh. Thank you for being here, my love.
I hope that you can stay awake, but if you have to nod off, we fully understand. You are such a blessing. You're such a blessing, such a gift in this world. So you also did an amazing interview.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know how you squeezed all this in.
Well, to tell you the truth, this week, I must admit, or preparing for this week and coming into this week, I was like this, oh my gosh, what am I doing? What am I doing? But synchronicity that both of these are in the same, this live broadcast and then the launch for the book at the end of the week on Friday. Please buy the digital version it's $1.99 because it's a big book. It's huge, but it's juicy. So please buy that on the day of the launch for just $1.99. It will really support all of us, all of us authors, 88 authors. So there you go. But I was thinking I was crazy, but actually there's a compulsion. It's almost like I've got on this train or this juggernaut and it's just going and I just have to go with it. And it's almost like that thing that Abraham shares through Esther Hicks, that beautiful analogy of dropping the oars. You're in the river, you go in the canoe, and what humanity tends to do is go like this immediately. Try and row upstream and go nowhere fast. But if you drop the oars and if you just go with it, then it all flows. It all starts to flow and make sense.
Yes, and you always arrive at the ocean.
You
As
do.
Sabrina would say,
As
right?
Sabrina, one of the guardians of nature, says,
Yeah.
you always arrive at the ocean.
So,
Yes.
so it has been amazing to be a part of your journey and to witness. It's like the amount of momentum, the amount of projects that you have taken on, and to just be so at ease with it all has just been such a gift to be a part of. So you're such a blessing, and I'm so excited.
Oh,
And I just want to remind people before we dive in is, you know, I didn't really believe, like I believe, because, right, I believe that we're not alone in the universe, that there's aliens, there's other realms, but I never, in my wildest dreams, imagined that another realm, those from another realm, not the typical alien, can come forward into our realm to assist us at this time and to bear witness of the amazing transformations that are taking place, even though it seems chaotic to some, has just been such a gift. And so it's been life transforming for myself. Okay, that's enough about me. Okay.
no, well, I think you used to think, how sweet, she plays with the fairies. I didn't quite understand it. And now you get it. Now you get it.
No, I can't wait to own the t-shirt.
Exactly. I play with fairies. There's a t-shirt coming soon, guys. I play with fairies. Welcome, people, as you come on. Welcome. By the way, I see the lights going up a bit.
And let the magic happen.
Yeah, let the magic.
That'll be on a t-shirt too.
Exactly. Yeah.
So your little sign off, I love that. Okay. So okay, so shall we begin?
Yes. Why not?
Okay. So first I want to say it's been hard to keep up with the momentum because we're here to celebrate 1,000 subscribers when you nearly have 1,500.
I know. Motoring towards the 3,000 mark, which is just phenomenal. 2,000, sorry. Jumping the gun there. Well, maybe I wasn't. Maybe that was a channeled
prophetic
number that came through there. But yeah, no, we're motoring towards 2,000, which is just amazing. It's phenomenal. And I can't thank every one of you enough who've subscribed, liked, shared, interacted, and made the group what it is. It's this kind of magic sparkle in the air. Not different to what I experienced when the Guardians of Nature came through for me. So thank you, everyone, so much. And this broadcast is for you, really. Yeah, to celebrate.
Yeah, and we can't leave MDY out because
absolutely not.
MDY has been a godsend. He was chosen. He doesn't. Maybe this is the first time he's knowing that, but. Intuitively, I was, I connected to the Guardians via Miss, and I was told that go and seek out this person, and you will know exactly who it's meant to be. And so MDY glowed, and he has been so instrumental in helping this channel grow it in such a beautiful and organic way. And he now plays with fairies as well. So there you go. He's amazing. He's just been amazing. And I personally want to thank him for all his hard work that he's been doing behind the scenes to bring everybody that's meant to be here together. Oh, wow. Thank you, Shari. So she's putting the time.
Thank you, Cherie. Bless you. Yeah, this is for the book that we're both a part of.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Thanks, Cherie. That's brilliant. Thank you, love.
And of course, I'll be sharing. And I don't want to promise anything, but I am contemplating bringing some of the authors on to Awakening to a New World in the Facebook group to talk about their story. So,
Beautiful.
so private message me later if that's something that you would like to be a part of.
Definitely.
Okay.
And breathe.
Yeah. So I feel like I'm running at the speed of a bullet. But what's happening? Like people are like, oh, it's great. Like how I was like, oh, she plays with fairies. That's great. But I didn't understand the important role that they were playing in this transformation we're now all feeling on the earth, even though things are still upside down and chaotic. You can feel the shift. If you can feel the shift, can you share that on, in the chat? Can you feel the energy shift?
I just wondered also whether we ought to say that you can only comment if you subscribe. So if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe so you can share in the chat and share your experience with us. We'd love to see you here.
Oh, that's beautiful. Yes. So it'll be like 5 minute delay. So once you subscribe in about 5 minutes, you can, good point. So what do you want to say about, and we're going to obviously talk about the devastation that's happening with the hurricane, and we'll get to that in a minute. But before we dive into that, because people are still arriving, what do you want to say about the role that the guardians are playing during this time?
Well, the interesting thing is when you were talking about the fact that they're coming through into our realm, I was remembering the 2 programs that they brought through when they first came through and how we stepped into their realm. They welcomed us in these programs, in these journeys into their realm, and we shared their space with them. And I'm now seeing the connection now and how it's almost like they were holding us in a space where they were saying, okay, yes, it's time. So yeah, so now it's the time that they're starting to come through. Sorry, Janice.
Hi, Janice. So Sherry, I want to say, isn't it interesting that we started bringing them through about 6 months ago?
Oh yes, I didn't even twig. Yeah, what I've been experiencing, and it's kind of blown me away since this oracle deck kind of downloaded literally in a whoosh, that as the messages as I'm creating the cards, I'm feeling the power of it as they start to jump out and say hello through the cards. And I know that that's when I've got the right image, the right person, the right individual or the being coming through the card or the transmission. I've been feeling it. And then when I started to bring through the messages with you, channeling them, each message, I felt the shift. I felt the shift, absolutely divinely timed. Every single message, and it was almost like there was a kind of an uplifting, a raising of the frequencies, the vibrations, and then the next one would come through. Different qualities, different energies, but again, it would be almost like a steadying or an uplifting even more. Each one has created a shift and a change, and being sensitive to energies, I felt it. And the power of the love, the unconditional love that they have for humanity and the way that they want to assist. When I brought the dragons through the other day, I was tuning into the dragons, and they gave me a beautiful image of what they're doing. And of course, it's not literal; it's an idea of what they're doing. But it was almost like we were all on this timeline, this blanket, this magical blanket, and they were surrounding the outside of it, and they were kind of keeping it buoyant with us. Obviously, we're playing our part. If we're all too heavy, then they'll go, oh, literally. I just got this image of no, that's a little no, but they're assisting us. The dragons certainly are all here assisting us, holding us up, holding us while we find our way, while we experience what it is to be in a space of gratitude, joy, whatever it might be, or just at least in this moment feeling the possibilities and the hope that is there. Then they are kind of supporting us and assisting us. And my cat's got it at the door at the moment. I'm hoping that my partner will hear him. Bless him. So I got this amazing image of the dragons helping us, and that's just the dragons, and that all of the magical creatures, all of the guardians of nature are. The veil is thinning. The veil is disintegrating. They're getting closer and closer to being a part of our physical experience. And there may be those amongst you, I'm sure, within this community who already sense, see, feel, maybe even speak to and communicate with fairies, with whatever. But soon it will be more and more available to everyone. And so there will be a time, I can't even imagine when, but I think it's all happening really, really quickly. And it might be maybe only for those that are of the higher frequencies, where everyone will have a sense of their presence. Let me see what Kirsty says there. I felt such a difference when the outside of my garden, especially now amongst people who help lift their moods. Brilliant. I love that, Kirsty. Yeah, there is such a difference.
Right. And so I feel like through our own energy of being light weavers has been like given a power boost.
Yeah, exactly.
And so I've been in, like in a store or something and seeing like some tension or whatever, and just through intention, all of a sudden it's like, oh, excuse me, you can go first. You know what I mean? And it's so beautiful. It's probably just a coincidence, but it feels like it's happening all the time, right? Yeah. And I'm just so grateful, because this has been like a time of clearing what is no longer serving us, right? Clearing the path for us to live a more compassionate, more loving, more empowered, more connected way of being. And so they are definitely assisting in that. And we must be conscious. We must be awake in order to see that. So a lot of truths, a lot of revelations are coming to bear. And when I had you bring through a guardian, I got the yeah, we might have something to do with that.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So I want people to understand that are in the chat, and whether you're watching this today, tomorrow, or a year from now, that and for me to be bear witness of you doing the channeling and being a part of this project and everything, and feeling the transmissions and feeling the energy and seeing the changes in my own physicality and my own life, that they are really hard hitting assisting us at this time.
Oh,
And
absolutely.
so when you see miracles happen and weird things happening, just put your hand on your heart and go, hello, guardians. Is that you?
Exactly.
Is
Yeah.
that you?
Yeah.
Right? I just, I don't want people to think that this is just some little oracle deck that you created that is just normal.
Oh no.
Because it is not that
No.
at all. Okay.
No.
And I'm so excited and so honored to be a part of this. And they chose you for this co-creation, and the wisdom in their choice, because I have seen you just block, like the amount of trust it takes to work with this co-creation, the amount of trust it takes on your part to be like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna do this, right?
Oh, bless you.
It
Thank you.
is no small feat that you signed up for, and to see how you have navigated and grown and shifted and have been able to bring forth, like, leave your own conscious beliefs and thoughts and put them aside and just bring through the messages without interfering or filtering, right?
Well, I mean, I've had nearly 30 years of practicing channeling, but the guardians of nature are kind of relatively new to me. So that's why sometimes in the messages, perhaps there isn't a flow, or the flow isn't quite there, but the power of it's still there. But what's interesting is they chose well, because I don't mind looking like a total idiot, as they would say in Ireland. And so I'm able to go, okay, here we go, dive in. There have been times, and also I'm so grateful with the practice that we've had in the sessions where we've been building the whole thing together and bringing the messages through. Thank you so much, Susan. Because you ask questions, we have a period during some of the sessions where you have a burning question and you ask it, and I just go, okay, I don't know. And I just bring it through, and what comes through is amazing. But that is wonderful practice, because I've learned to trust over the many years. Viwamus, who has been my sidekick, sorry, Viwamus. He says, no, that's perfectly, that's the right way to call it, the perfect way to call it. But Viwamus, who is the Ascended Master who I tend to work with and have been working with for years, he knows me, I know him, and I trust him implicitly. But the guardians of nature knew, but I knew, and I feel the energy of it. I feel the unconditional love that they have for humanity. And so I am prepared to sometimes for it not to flow, for sometimes for it to be a little bit not quite a flowing channeling. And I'm prepared to look an idiot. I'm prepared for perhaps sometimes to even get it wrong, which actually hasn't happened yet. You know, nothing's impossible. It could happen, but I'm prepared for that. I don't mind ending up with egg on my face, and so I do trust, and I trust, and they have always delivered, always. So again, that builds the trust. It builds the trust. Bringing Gaia through tonight, the goddess Gaia through tonight,
Which is
what's
perfect
happening
timing.
in the world at the moment. There was a part of me that went, oh, pressure, responsibility, but I know, and I trust that she will bring through whatever is needed in the moment, and that it will be exactly what is needed in the moment. And it might be completely something other than we would expect. I don't know, but I trust her. And actually, when you were talking earlier about everything that's happening in the world, I don't know if those who were sensitive felt it. She was here, and there was this kind of this sense of being held by this extraordinarily loving being. So I'm trusting. Hi, Christine. Oh, bless
Hi,
you.
Christine. So good to see you.
Welcome.
I want to just, it's like, this has really been a co-creation of relationship building. We have spent these many months building the relationship between us, you, and the guardians. So they have guided me to guide you, right? So like I'll kind of get an intuitive thing of a question to ask, which will help you bring forward I can't explain it really, but what I'm getting right now in this moment is that, yes, we have spent these months building the relationships with the guardians, but all of you, every single person, every human has the ability to build their own relationship with the guardians and receive the transmissions and receive the assistance and receive the downloads from them directly. And that's what this oracle deck is meant to assist with. Am I receiving that correctly?
Absolutely. Yeah. 100% everybody can connect with them. And in fact, I think Aloan last week was saying that all you have to do is ask. All you have to do is ask. Just reach out and say, assist me. Even if you don't say you don't feel anything, even if you don't really fully believe, still ask, because one day maybe you might think, oh, right, oh, I get it. Because as soon as you ask, they are there with you. And it's the same with any being of light, with any ascended master. There isn't an elitist thing about channeling. Everybody channels in that eureka moment. You said this to me when we first worked together. In that eureka moment, that light bulb moment, in a way, you're channeling your higher aspect, you're channeling your intuition, your whatever it is. It doesn't matter. If it helps, if it uplifts, if it assists, wonderful.
I'm taking a channeling course. So I was in the thing, you bring through the guide you're supposed to channel, and it was Jesus, right? And Jesus has been guiding me since I was a child, not in a religious way, but he has been one of my main guides. And I'm like, I can't channel Jesus. And I just heard his laughter. He's like, you've been channeling me your whole life.
Exactly.
Right?
And sorry, carry on.
So it's like, oh, okay. And so we have this myth about this hierarchy that we are not worthy to channel Jesus or channel Gaia or channel the guardians. And that through this process, through working with you, through working through the guardians, that's crap, right?
Exactly.
That there really is no hierarchy in truth.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah, that's what they say. They say, I am you, you are me. And in another lifetime, perhaps you were my teacher. So, we're all one. And it's interesting, just as I'm about to say, come back. Something was there to say. No, but what was interesting is, no, it's gone. Perhaps it wasn't important. Perhaps I wasn't meant to say it. I know that if it's important, it will come back. When you were talking, let me think. No, we'll leave it. It will come back. If it's meant to be, it will come back.
I often blank out when I'm talking.
Well, what did I say before? I'm willing to look. Oh, hi, Dorothy. Oh, lovely to have you here.
Oh, hi, Dorothy.
Bless
Good
you.
to see you, love. Okay. So we smashed it.
Yes.
We smashed
I should have some music.
You're like at 1,450 new subscribers. Like, hello, can we get a Yahoo in the chat? Can we get a Yahoo? Woohoo! Oh, thank you. Thank you, Noble.
63 going on 15. Yeah.
Well, it's been crazy. Like, I'm obsessed. Like, every night I'm like looking at your channel. I'm like, holy crap.
But it is that wonderful thing of understanding that people are resonating with these messages, that they need them, they're responding to them. And that's the amazing thing, you know. It's needed. It's really needed in the world. All of these messages are needed. So yeah.
And people are open to receiving. People are very open to receiving the messages now, right? Like, I mean, think back, people 10 years ago, would we be openly talking about fairies and pixies and channeling dragons? Hello. So it shows how much we have grown as in this human space, and that more and more we're remembering our own divinity, and more we're remembering that we're all connected, and that of course there's other realms, and of course, you know, they are willing to assist us, and of course, right, like it's become very normal.
I've just remembered what I was going to say. Sorry, am I interrupting the flow there?
No, go.
Because I know that it's synchronicity and that they're popping it in my head because I saw an image. The whole business of the fact that we are all channels, and in fact the course that you're doing is the course that I did way back when I consciously opened a channel all those years ago. And we were sitting at a desk. I was sitting at a desk and we were practicing our channeling, just having opened to channel with our partners. And my light buddy, who you connect with on the first day, who becomes then somebody that you practice with forever after until, you know, whatever. She told me about her experience with the person she was practicing with. And she said, okay, who are you bringing through? And the ladies went all quiet. And she said, who is it? Do you know who it is? And it was Archangel Michael. And she was saying, who am I to, I don't know if this is. And Archangel Michael, I could feel his energy. He was saying, oh, for goodness sake, bring me through. You know, I can channel through every single individual on the planet at the same time if you want me to. Don't cut me off. Don't cut off the possibility of being assistance. You know, and so that's what they're like on the other side. They're like, come on, call me in. Oh no, don't do that. You have the opportunity in that moment for me to come through and help you and assist you and possibly help all your community, all your family, whatever, but you're blocking yourself because you don't feel you are worthy. You know, that beautiful speech again, that beautiful quote by Marianne Williamson, you know, it's your light that you fear, you know, and who are you not to shine so brightly? Exactly. I mean, paraphrasing, I can never remember it. One day I'll imprint it on my memory, but it's that thing. It's that everybody is a channel. Some people spontaneously take to it. Some people work at it. Some people, like myself, because perhaps I would never have got to it in any other way, went and found a course which happened to be opening Hatch channel, happened to be in with that school, and so I opened a channel. Thank goodness for it. You know, wow, best decision ever.
I know this is about you, but I am called to share the Jesus story.
Yeah,
okay?
Just
really quick, people. This really happened. It's amazing. And this too could happen for you. It can be this easy. I used to, I'm sorry, they're picking up my recycling. I used to travel about an hour away to go to the office. And so on the way, I would do gratitude. I would, thank everything and everyone. And I would thank Jesus. And on the way, I'm like, Jesus, I'm like, I know you're always with me. I'm like, because we play a lot together, which is fun. I said, but I want a sign. I want a big, huge sign that you're with me. Okay. I don't want this little feather. I don't want to have to guess. I want a big sign. So I got to the office and I put my lunch in the cafeteria. And I got to my desk, and the first phone call I got was from Jesus. Okay. And I'm like, please hold. And I just started bursting laughing. I'm like, thank you. Right. Because for anyone in other countries that don't know, you spell Jesus Jesus. Okay. It is spelled Jesus. So me and Steve were in a restaurant, Chinese restaurant. It was very quiet because we were there like at 4:00, in between lunch and dinner. And we were just having some apps. And I was talking to him about that story. And then not 1 minute, we're the only people in the restaurant. We're the only patrons in the restaurant. Okay. Not even 2 minutes later, probably maybe not even 2 minutes. All of a sudden, this man comes from around the corner. He worked there, so he came from the kitchen, and he had this T-shirt on that says, "I love Jesus." Okay, not even 2 minutes later. So when you call upon your guides, right? It's like people think that they can't just talk to them like regular people, but you can. And the more you build that relationship, the easier it is for them to show up instantaneously. But they cannot interfere in our life unless you ask.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So if all you do all day long is, please interfere in my life, please show up, please help me, please assist me, and they will. Okay, within 2 minutes, you should have seen Steve's face.
I would love to have been there. Bless him.
He was just like blown away because he's kind of, skeptical. And then last night I got the message because Steve, I love my man, but when it comes to driving, he freaks. He just is not a happy driver. Okay, let's just say that.
I have one of those.
Right? So he gets so mad. Like, it's the only time he really ever gets mad. He's just a madman. He just can't stand people on the road. And so Jesus said, all of a sudden I got the download. Tell Stephen, and he called him Stephen, and I call him Steve. Tell Stephen, which I did, that the message in the restaurant was not for you alone. It was for him. You expected me to show up, and he expects jerks. He didn't. It's like a knowing. I didn't hear the word jerks from Jesus, just so you know, but that was the interpretation, that Stephen expects jerks to show up, so they do. You expect me to show up, so I do. Stephen expects jerks to show up, so they do. And it was like, Steve thought all of this was blasphemy a few years ago. And he was like, oh, he totally got it and received the message.
Beautiful.
Right? So that's enough about me.
No, I love that story. I love that story, and it's part of this. Definitely, it was needed to be shared. So yeah, thank you.
If you expect the guardians to show up, or your angels to show up, or or Jesus to show up or Archangel Michael to show up, if you expect that they will, they will.
Yeah, as soon as you tune in, as soon as you set an intention by communicating it, it doesn't have to be out loud. It can be in your head because, you know, that's how you begin channeling. So you don't have to worry about walking around saying, come Jesus. And well, you can if you want, but you might get a few expressions. You can try it, see what happens. But no, seriously, you do it silently. But as soon as you reach out, now with the state of the frequencies at the moment, you can communicate and they'll be there. They will be there whether you sense them, whether you feel them, but just be open. Just be open to the possibilities. Be open to the notion that it's possible. Play, as the beings of light and the guardians all say, play in the field of possibilities. Play with the idea that it is possible. And then see what happens and keep trying. If you don't get anything, first of all, keep trying, but be open and aware because you never know when that person in that t-shirt or the book will open the page that will say something exactly that you need in that moment, or somebody will say something to you on the internet or your partner or your family. And then you'll go, oh, okay, I got it.
Right. It's amazing. So in both instances, when Jesus made it clear very, very quickly, I was playful about it.
Yeah, I think
right.
that's
so I think with the higher vibration, it was like that instantaneousness of it. So ask and it is given is a very real thing. And so yeah. So I want everybody who's excited about getting these oracle cards. Who is excited? So put it in the chat. And you're going to be soon bringing through Gaia. And we want to talk about, we don't want to just gloss over what is happening, right?
Mm-hmm.
So some devastation is
yeah. And you know, definitely sending healing love. Oh, thank you, Kirsty, bless you. Sending healing love and prayers, etc., whatever it is that the way that you connect with whatever you feel is the higher experience of existence, you know, sending all of that to whomever needs it in the world, because there's a lot of things going on in the world. We're not ignoring what's happening in the world. What we're doing is we're trying to bring forward solutions. We're trying to bring forward a way of creating a space where that doesn't happen. Oh, thank you, bless. Oh,
for some reason I can't share the like highlight those things.
Right.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you. Bless you. Bless you,
yeah.
Bless you.
So
oh, Sally, you're here. Yay. Sorry. I'm excited.
Oh, hi, Sally.
Hi, Sally. Thank you for your love.
So my sister was in North Carolina and her whole, I mean, the devastation, several people left the earth and it was very, very scary. They had no power, no water. They were not prepared. It was very, very scary. So I just would like just to take a moment, if that's okay with you, Souli, just to send out love and healing to everyone that's affected. It's like,
yeah, I'm also hearing, which is something that Viroma says quite a lot, is be aware. And this is a choice. You don't have to do this, because if you're obviously, for obvious reasons, you want to engulf all the love in that area. But what Viomas tends to say is, if you say thy will be done and allow for the intelligence in the energy and the love that you send to go where it would be of the most benefit, because you never know whether that was created by something else, or that there will be more assistance that will then have a knock-on effect. If you know, we don't know. I don't know. We don't know. But it's not saying don't direct it where you want it to go, but just maybe surrender to the possibility that it will go there, and because that's where it's needed most, or that it might go everywhere. It might engulf the planet at this time.
Right.
And then, and my goodness, is that not needed? So yeah, so maybe we'll just spend a minute or two just
Yeah, and my sister is fine now. They got their power back. They have food now, and thank goodness. So thank you. So I believe I felt message from Gaia in the room in the hospital before my dad passed, through one of the nurses with the message. This has reactivated. It's coming up to a year ago. Oh, blessings, Kirsty.
beautiful.
Blessings.
And
Yeah.
absolutely, and I feel Gaia now. I mean, again, while we're breathing for a moment.
She's ready. She's like, when are you going to be?
Okay, she wants to come through. Can she come through now? Can she
Do
talk
you,
us through something?
I feel like she is more than ready to come through. Yes.
Right, that just tends to happen when the frequency's raised, that my nose starts to itch.
I'm
My nose.
gonna go in the background.
Okay. So I'm going to get Gaia in, and that there have been a couple of questions, but she assures me that she's going to incorporate answers to your questions within the channeling. And yeah, well, I'll just, because she's very much here, I've got goosebumps. Feeling a bit chilly, but I think it's more goosebumps. So just sit, be open to the possibility that you are being held by Gaia, and just be open and curious, and send out almost like feelers into your energy. See what you notice, see what you experience. And if you don't experience anything, that's absolutely fine. But play in the field of possibilities, play in the possibility that you are being held by Gaia, because I feel her now, and hopefully a lot of you can already feel her too. So I'm going to bring her through now. Greetings, beloved humanity. I am Gaia. For a few moments now, I wish for you to allow me to hold you in my heart. I feel you, beloved humanity, and I sense your pain. If you will allow, I will hold you. And as I do this, I urge for you to allow yourself to be where you are in this moment, where you be in this moment, as I hold you. And even if that is in a space of not allowing, even if that is in a space of shutting down, I will hold you. And as I do this, I am holding the entire earth. And as you are opening your hearts and allowing the unconditional love of the divine that is truth in truth within you to flow out in all directions, as you all light up like stars, like supernovas or radiant suns. And I am assisting you now with this transmission, as you are all reaching out, and it only takes a moment to engulf the entire world. And we want for you to drop any false beliefs, to drop any notions that this is not possible. As many people say, impossible means I'm possible, that there is a possibility, that there are miracles happening as we communicate now. I want for you to allow me to cradle you For I feel often that you are my children, and I want for you to understand that I love my children, so I want to clarify something now. Would I truly be so angry at my children that I would devastate them? No. So we are going to share something with you as you are flooding unconditional love out in all directions. And as there is an unlimited supply, for as you allow for it to flow out from your centers, it is replenished. There are no limits to the amount of unconditional love and healing light that you can share with others. And I want for you to suspend any disbelief, to in your next out breath allow for that to fall away, to be consumed by Mother Earth, by the physical expression of Gaia, and to be transformed and transmuted and returned to you as frequencies of unconditional love. And so it increases. And so as you bring through that unconditional love and shine it out, and it is effortless. It is just an intention. It is just to play with the idea that it is even possible. There. Breathe into that experience and allow for you all to communicate energetically, to feel the unconditional love as this planet is engulfed in love, as I hold you all in my heart. Thy will be done. And we want for you to also shift your perspective and your judgment, perhaps, of the whys and the wherefores. There are many things at play here. The Native Americans would call it climate change, as there are shifts constantly in your history of changes in climate. And of course, this may be aggravated by what your big corporations, if you will, do with the world, as you all sometimes individually, and not you here, for you are all heart-centered. I feel you. But there are those in the world that do things like drop litter. That is a beginning of something that is needing for a shift, a change. It is to have a love for where you live. It is to understand the nature of nature, to connect with your mother, to, as you now are sending out this love, feel your connection with Mother Nature, the physical representation of Gaia. And is she not beautiful? Do you not love a sunrise or a sunset? Do you not love a tree and weep when it is cut down before its time? And there is another story there. The trees will say, do not weep for us, for we have just shifted into another state of being. The energy of that tree is still there. You may weep for its physical representation, but there is still the opportunity of it being there. And we understand, and we understand, and we understand, but for you to shift your perspective and perception, because it all starts with you. It all begins with you. And I speak to you all here, for you are already heart-centered, and you already have an awareness. But as you connect with my message, and as it flows out to the world, in ripples throughout the fabric of creation, engulfing the world with the love that you are sending out now, the healing, the prayers, whatever it is that you do in your way that is perfect. It is creating a shift and a change. Do you feel it? It begins with you. It begins with you, and then it ripples out. It ripples out and out until that person that you pass on the street gets it, because your energy is so expanded, because your consciousness is connected with your physical expression and vehicle. It always is and always was, but there is that conscious connection. And so we love the conversation between Susan and Souli before I came through. We love the conversation. You are all channels. You are all channels, and we wish for you to connect and communicate and never feel like you are unworthy. It is our desire to assist you. I have been the witness of civilizations crumbling, of civilizations leaving the earth. And the earth has shifted, has accommodated, has waited, and has been there again for the next, do you see? So we want for you not to weep for the earth. I, Gaia, the physical representation of Gaia, Mother Earth, Mother Nature, will find the way through. Nature always does. We wish for you to be here for as long as is possible in your linear experience of time. And this is why I am here today, to communicate to you. It starts with you. It starts with you holding yourself in a space of unconditional love, loving yourself. And if you cannot right now, begin. As the beautiful Lao Tzu said, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. It begins with you. And it is very easy to apportion blame. It is very easy to look out on the outside and point fingers and say, this is your fault, it's their fault, it's because they do this, it's because they are that. We want for you to find a common ground. We want for you to lay down your arms, to understand that in truth, from the core of your being, you are all the same. I am the same as you. Mother Earth is the same as you. We are all a part of that consciousness. So to fight amongst yourselves is to my witnessing, although I understand, but it is nonsensical. Find a way of letting it be okay that you are different. And I know that I am speaking to those who have already discovered this, but perhaps by hearing this message and receiving the transmissions, you will then allow for that to engulf wherever you are in the world, to send the ripples out through creation. You are not so different. And there is this beautiful saying that Viomas has connected this channel with many, many, many years ago. And many of you have heard it and have connected with it. There is a golden thread of truth running through all your human religions and philosophies. All else is either a personal experience, a personal choice, but then even above that, there is a sense of wanting to keep it to yourself, to protect, to shield. And we understand, but the time has passed. That time of the end of the garden, the beginning of the separation, the duality is at an end. Those of you have sensed already that Mother Earth is shifting into a different state of being. And there are those of you who have already chosen to come with her and are doing your inner work, are flooding the planet with love, understanding that you are perfectly imperfect, that you are loving yourself despite everything that you would feel that it is not good, is unworthy. You are still loving yourselves, and you are therefore loving your fellow human, your fellow man, woman, child. You are understanding, but we want for you to understand that you make a difference. You are making a difference. This is a message of hope as we hold the world in this loving space. And another message is coming through from Gaia now to express, I know that there are those that are passing, but maybe it is their choice to exit at that time for whatever reason. They will continue their journey. The loss of their physical selves, I know, is a grief process that you maneuver through. And we hold you in a loving space for that. But they, in that moment, chose to exit. And there are many choosing to exit at this time because they are saying on a soul level, not this time. I will go and I will work, and maybe I will come back as a child in this time and choose to come with. But we will, as Sabrina says, dearest ones, you will always arrive at the ocean. So whether it is in this lifetime, in this moment, or another lifetime in this moment, or another moment in this lifetime, whatever it is, you will all arrive at the ocean. And so those that are choosing to exit grieve their physical loss, of course, but know that their soul made a choice in that moment. And so this is why there are many mass exitings at this moment, because as the planet is rising and shifting, there are many that are going, not this time. It will happen, but not this time. I have many other things that I wish to experience before, do you see? It will happen. We love you unconditionally, humanity, and you are all beginning with you. The power that you have within your heart as you deal with yourselves, as you do your inner work, as you begin the journey to begin to love yourselves. As you love yourselves, you allow for others to do the same. You make it easier and easier for others to do the same. And all this while we are holding the earth. We are holding all of you in our hearts. We are holding all of those areas that you perhaps feel needed at this moment. But we thank those of you that are choosing to say, thy will be done. For perhaps it is not what you feel in that moment that absolutely needs that energy. Perhaps there is another that will create a knock-on effect, do you see? So trust. But you always have the choice. You have, humanity, choice. You have the power in each and every moment to make a choice. And that is what guilt was all about originally. It was not as a way of punishing. It was not as a way of becoming a burden to bear. It was supposed to originally be, oh, that didn't feel good. I will choose better. I will choose different in this moment. But you have free will, and so it became a burden. It became more. You spent lifetimes learning this, but you are here now. I am telling you. You have the power of choice. You have the power to choose what it is that you want to experience in one moment from the next. And as you choose differently, consciously, you make a difference to others. For as Vaiwamas would say, there is no small thing. You make a difference. You make a difference. So if you see somebody dropping litter, pick it up and put it in the bin. Offer them love. In that moment, hold them in a space where they have the possibility to think, oh gosh, that didn't feel right. It didn't feel good. I won't do that again next time. Oh yes, that wasn't good. They have learned. They have shifted. And if they don't do it in that moment, then there is always the next or the next or the next. But the more of you that are, and this is a metaphor, the more that of you that are doing that without having to say anything, without having to chastise, without having to judge verbally, you are sending out messages. The earth is so beautiful, is she not? Cherish her. You know this, all of you. And by you taking these transmissions now into your hearts, connecting with every part of your beingness, that is a transmission that you are now sending out. And you can choose in this moment, and again, the choice is yours, to transmit this for as long as you choose, and the choice is yours. So how long would you like in your linear experience of time to transmit this message, beloved ones? The choice is always yours, and you have the power of choice, dearest ones. Feel into the energy at the moment. Feel how I hold you and I love you. I would not punish my children. There is sometimes a clearing, there is sometimes a shaking off, there is sometimes a shifting, and there is sometimes those in that part of the world that are choosing to exit for whatever reason, and there is no judgment here. You all arrive at the ocean. But we want for you to shift your perspective and your perception, or begin to start that journey of how you perceive your experience, how you witness, because the way that you shift your perspective and your perception softens the experience, allows it to fall. Here is something, dearest ones. Listen carefully. We will liken it to this channel in the morning when she talks to her body. She talks to every cell in her body. Now, you all perhaps have something that you carry, whether it be an allergy, whether it be something more severe, whether you perhaps are actually very healthy. But there your cells will replicate, they will get a message through the ethers, through the belief systems, through whatever it is that is out there, the thought forms that are all being dismantled as we speak. Your cells will replicate, thinking, "Oh well, this is how it's because it's genetic, because this is how it is, because this is what I've got. I've been told." Again, no judgment. This is a metaphor, if you will. And so to speak to yourselves and say, you have the answer to every question. You can allow for those false perceptions, beliefs, whatever they might be, to fall away. And imagine that you are holding up a mirror of divine perfection, harmony, balance, vitality, strength, whatever it is you wish for your physical form, in front of every cell, and speaking to the cells and saying, you have the answer to every question. Now, as that settles in, and I'm not saying that it is necessarily easy, and it can be. Again, it is choice. I'm not saying that it will happen overnight, and it can. Again, you are shifting already, I feel you. If you now liken that to a whole area where there is the undeniable belief that this is hurricane season, this happens every year, this is when it happens. Do you see? Do you see? Do you see? Now we are just opening a portal here. We are opening a possibility. It begins with you. What if you were to begin to understand that it perhaps doesn't need to be that way? Do you see? Perhaps that shifts the focus from one area to another. Play with it, dearest ones. If you do not believe it, if it doesn't work for you, you can drop it. It is entirely up to you. I am urging for you to begin the understanding that as what happens with your body, and as the cells are responding to false beliefs perhaps, to agendas, to whatever it might be. You always have the potential to renew in that moment, to begin the journey of renewal in that moment. And the same goes for what you would perceive around the planet, do you see? All things are possible. And that is my message of hope for you, beautiful humanity, this day. And I wish for it to filter down into your conscious awareness, into your hearts that are so beautifully transmitting now. And yes, you have engulfed the planet with this unconditional love. Ah, you are also wondrous. And Mother Earth, Mother Nature wishes for you to just love yourselves. It begins with you. And connect with nature to assist you on that journey. Thank you. Thank you for this opportunity. And there may be many more, should you choose. And the choice is yours. Breathing into this space and allowing yourselves to absorb the transmissions from Gaia, from my heart to yours through the heart of this channel. Namaste. I love you. Okay, I'm back. Well, I'm just tuning into the energies now, and maybe take a moment now just to breathe. If you're coming round, take your time, wiggle your fingers, your toes, stretch if you need to, and just feel into the energy and just sense how it's shifted. I feel a huge, humongous.
I needed that so much. That was so powerful. That's so powerful. I love that so much.
Wonderful. And one thing I noticed from her is that she had so much to share that there were times when it was like a bottleneck. It couldn't all come through at once. So it was like, so if you sense that as well, because there was so much she wanted to share, but she shared it all in the transmissions, even if she didn't share it verbally. Ah, bless you.
How are you guys feeling? How are you feeling?
Oh, wonderful. Thank you for sharing. Bless you.
What are your thoughts? Share in the chat. So calming. Yes, beautiful.
Oh, beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thy will be done. That was beautiful. I personally needed that message so much. So
well, I did. I didn't know I did, but I now know that I did, and I think perhaps everybody did that was here. You know, just again feel into that, see what your experience is. Awesome. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Gaia. So grateful.
Oof. And I do. It feels like the cobwebs have been blown away. Like it's just. And so that answers your question, Kirsty, about the clarity in the clouds and the sky. Yes, I think the feeling into the energy expresses that.
And my question got answered as well, as you know, why is this happening and da 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 da. I forget my exact question. I don't think I wrote da 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 da, but
why is it happening, and how can we benefit? How can we assist or benefit? I think it was something along those lines. Paraphrasing.
Yes, like what is the benefits and why? So I understand that we're all up leveling, and that's why a lot of us are feeling very uncomfortable at times, because we're all leveling. Like I told Souli, like I felt like I had narcotics, whatever that word is. Like I was just like crashing, crashing. Like I slept so much over the last couple of weeks, and I just knew it's because my gifts are expanding. I'm up leveling. My energetic systems are up leveling as well. Like a lot of growth is happening within, and so I just felt the expansion as you were bringing Gaia through, like the truth of all of it.
Wonderful.
So Kirsty's saying I felt the shift as she left. Thank you.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Right? It was like a whoosh. Yeah. The rain has come down so heavy now.
Cleansing.
Cleansing.
So yeah, and that reminds me, drink plenty of water, keep yourself hydrated, stretch, because stretching is a wonderful way of helping to integrate the shifts. You're holding more light. I've also actually remembered I must share a link. I've got not a cheat sheet exactly, but I've got a kind of sheet of how to manage ascension symptoms that I will also share within the group. Keep an eye on the community in the on the YouTube channel as well, because I'll share things every now and then in there, and it would be great for you if you feel drawn to. Again, the choice is yours, as Gaia said, to keep in the conversation there in the community. So yeah, and share things, share your experience there as well if you want to.
So you have some big news because your cards are where?
They're at the printers. Yay! Oh, am I excited? Yes, I am. Oh,
I know. And so Souli was smart and she chose local printer, right? When many people go overseas, and she smartly chose to have somebody local, because how long did they say that it would take to get your card?
Well, as soon as the proofs are approved, that's a bit of a tongue twister, which will be tomorrow now, because obviously they're closed. They're going to print them, and it will be, they said probably, they said about 5 to 6 days, maybe 4 or 5.
Can you believe it? Can you believe it? Like, hello.
So I will get the first deck in my hands next week, hopefully sometime. If certainly not, if next week, the beginning of the following week. So, wow, that is so exciting. And I'll be able to begin to share with people and show you what it's all about. Yeah.
So I know that you're in the process of putting together your ambassadors, the Guardians ambassadors, right? To help bring these magical oracle cards, because trust me, they are, from working with Souli all these months. So I know that as you were talking about what that, what your launch team, these ambassadors, these light weavers, that you wanted to make sure it was a special experience. And so they're going to be the first to see the cards?
Yeah, they're going to be the first to see the cards. Yeah.
Right. Oh, how special, right? How special. So, of course, I'm on the launch.
Yeah.
Ambassador.
Susan's the very first ambassador.
I am an ambassador of the Guardians. And so I thought that I put together a form that for people that either want to know like immediately when the cards are ready for purchase, and for those that would like to be an ambassador for the Guardians of Nature, to share, to get out the oracle cards into the world, where humanity can benefit. So I'm going to share that link in the chat. Okie dokie. Is that okay if I do that now?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
And come and join us as an ambassador for the Guardians, and there'll be lots of treats and goodies, and yeah, and you'll be the first to see the deck as well.
Okay, 1 second. Now I forget how to do it. No, hold on. Okay.
Moving swiftly on. Talk amongst yourselves.
1 second. I'm going to shorten the URL so it's not long. Okay. So I'm going to put that in the link, and then we're going to choose a winner.
Oh yes, drum roll. No, perhaps not.
So there's just a few questions on this form if you guys want to be like the first to get notification when the cards become available for sale. And of course, we love to surprise, delight, and goodies and all of that stuff. So if you're an ambassador, trust me, you will not be disappointed. I'm excited for that. And so, yeah, so just, I'm kind of still.
Yeah. No, that's perfect. That's fine. So yeah, so we're going to do the prize draw now. Is that right?
Yes, we're going to do the prize. Yes, we are.
You froze. Oh, there you go. Yeah, it must be
Okay.
my connection. You're back.
Yes, we're going to do the prize drawing. Let me just see what
I haven't skipped a thingy, have I? It has been known. How is everybody doing, by the way? How are you doing?
Can I just say, like, I don't see my message. Do you see my message that I put in there?
No, I don't. In fact, I haven't seen anything else. Let me just see. I'll just say hi, everyone. Make sure that everything's still moving on.
Right? Because I feel like we're stuck or something.
Yeah. Oh, gosh. Pixies.
Come on, Pixies.
I'm getting a little bit concerned now that we're talking amongst ourselves. Oh dear. Let me see if this works. See if somebody responds.
Okay, so Sherry's saying hello. Okay.
Oh, hi, Cherie. Oh, good. I've just okay. Kirsty has probably gone to have a sleep, bless her, which I can't blame her.
Okay. Kirsty, you are such a doll. So grateful. Okay. So you can hear us. Okay. Thank you.
Oh, we hear you. Good. Excellent. You're in. Excellent. Yes, I see your message. Oh, brilliant.
You don't see my.
Oh, we don't see it. You see it. Oh, that's good. I feel like my energy has been smoothed out. Oh,
you guys see my link in the message?
Sorry?
I don't see my link.
No, I don't see it. But
Sherry, you see the link to the form that I put in the chat.
Kirsty's saying, I see your message.
Right, but whose message?
I do. Oh, this was. Oh, come join Souli.
Okay, so Christine is saying. This is what happens when you go live, people. Okay. I feel like my energy has been smoothed out. Like I was covered with a warm blanket. Thank you, Christine. So Sherry doesn't see.
Oh, Sherry doesn't see it. I don't see it either.
Okay. So Souli, I'm gonna send a clean link to you so that you can share it because I want to. I don't want them to see the test. Okay, so
Hang on.
all right. So okay, I just private messaged you that link. So if you can just copy it and share it.
Oh, that's the Google Forms one, isn't it?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So
Don't tell me that. Hang on.
So everyone that signs up through the Google Forms to be first on the list, you are like priority one. Okay, priority. You are VIP. Let me say that.
Yeah.
Thank you, Souli. So now I
Oh,
see it.
really come round. I've been in the most wonderful space. Oh, beautiful. Thank you for sharing, Sally.
So, so we have so many surprises and delights for anybody that signs up to be an ambassador on the launch team.
In the link in the comments.
So many special surprises.
Goodies.
Love.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody that knows me knows that I love to surprise and delight. And yeah, that's what I do. That's my superpower. So fill out the form, and so Souli has your names.
I just want to say, please stay to the end if you want a chance to win the.
Yes, we're going to do the drawing in just one moment. I just need to double check one quick thing because I have a little checklist. I want to make sure I covered everything. Nothing worse than you end the broadcast and you're like, oh, I was supposed to say that important thing and I didn't.
Okay. Oh, that's me. That's always me. I'm what you used to watch me in the early days, and she'd say, Souli, you forgot to mention your.
Yes, there is something.
He's always doing a live and forgetting to mention my offer at the end of it.
This is why I do a checklist. So there's been a little bit of confusion, but this is the last week of the initial messages from the guardians of nature. Okay. Mm-hmm. So Ignatius is the last guardian to give the message, and he was published yesterday. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
So there were 15 guardians that came forward, and then on the lives, Gaia came forward, and then the Council of Elders came forward as well. But in each video, a little pixie pops up with a word. And I'll just give you a little hint. It's like after the 3.5 minute mark, so you can scoot forward a little bit and then you'll see a word pop up. You're going to give away an oracle deck. Is this true?
Oh, yes. Sorry. Yes, I was answering Cherie there, saying it works. Yes, I'm going to give away an oracle deck. Yeah, as a
first oracle deck giveaway.
Signed, individually signed, personally signed. For it as well.
By Souli herself. Okay. So if you go back through all the videos, and maybe some of you have been keeping track, if you go back and you write down each word in the video that the little pixie pops up, it's a phrase. It's a quote. Yeah. And so once you have the quote, email it to Souli at
I'll put my email in the email that I use mostly at the moment.
Can you put it on the screen so everybody can see it? Because the chat might not be available in the reruns. So if you email it to her with the secret phrase in the
it's not too much. Oh, hang on. Sorry, I had a moment there. I was trying to share it before I shared it.
You should see us when we're not live, people.
What are we like, as they say, this part of the world?
Okay.
Here you go.
So I see it in my chat, love, and you have it on the screen. So that's good.
Yeah.
So get all the phrases, okay, and then email it with the title in the
Subject.
the headline,
Yeah.
the subject line,
Yeah.
secret phrase, so she doesn't have to search through her hundreds of emails. And then she'll take all of those that got the secret phrase right, and we'll go live, and she'll do a drawing, and she will give away the first autographed copy of the Magical Guardians of Nature Oracle deck. Okay, so this is really, really special.
And also something else.
Oh.
If you have the quote correct, and you also know where the quote comes from, I might even throw something else in there as a special treat.
Oh, special treat. That's amazing.
Yeah.
So if you know who wrote the quote, definitely include that.
Mm-hmm.
That is not in a pixie thing. You'll have to.
I have a feeling most of you will know when you get the quote, when you understand what
Yeah.
the quote is, you'll probably know, but
So there's 15 videos. So you must submit this by 10. What date, love? What date did we decide? 10/11, I think, was the date.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
October 11th, which is Friday.
Yep.
Does that sound right?
Yep. I should think so. Yeah, that should be about right. Yeah.
Okay. And we'll have more information on the ambassadors, the launch team, goodies. We'll have more details, etc.
I think it's 15 words, isn't it? 15 words, I think.
15 words to the quote. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So subject line, secret phrase, put the quote in, and then put your name, sign your name, because the email address doesn't always have your name. We don't want to just say, hey, you. You won. So make sure in your email that you write your name and then who the quote is from. I'm super excited. I wish I could participate, but I already did.
I just can't wait to see to have the cards in my hand and to experience them physically. I'm really excited.
Yeah. And then if you sign up to be an ambassador, you're going to be the first to have the experience of
seeing
cards.
The cards.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that's going to be super powerful because you're planning on doing a Zoom call with the ambassadors and they'll be the first to see the deck. And so, of course, I'll be there.
I'll make a pop-up Facebook group as well for all of us to keep connected, etc.
Yeah, and then we have one more amazing surprise is that we're almost at 1,500.
Yes.
Okay, so if Souli makes it to 1,500 by Friday, which I actually think we should do 1,600 because we're averaging 100 a week, but you choose.
I'm still in the veil of Gaia, I think. That's my excuse anyway, and I'm sticking to it. Let's say, oh gosh, why not go for 1,600? Go on.
Okay, let's go for 1,600. Yeah. So if Souli, by the end of this weekend, hits 1600, we'll give it a little bit of more time. 1600
Yeah.
by Sunday at noon time,
Yeah. Yeah.
Eastern Standard Time, which is 5 o'clock your time.
Yeah. Mhm.
Okay. Does that sound right? You
No, that
feel
sounds
you're,
good. Yeah.
you're the creator.
No, that sounds good. That sounds good.
Okay.
I can't believe I'm doing this. This is not this. I've transformed so much during this journey. Those of you who knew me before, yeah, I'm a different person. It's transformed me. It's changed me in many ways, which I'm
Right.
grateful.
You're like, who's gonna watch my YouTube?
Yeah, yeah. It took me. How long did it take me to actually go live on my YouTube channel? It created it a long time ago, but it was like, oh, no.
But this is where you are, right?
Yep,
So
take that
so
step.
if Souli's channel reaches 1600 by Sunday, this Sunday, the
Oh, thank you, Kirsty.
6th of October, okay? I love that.
I love it. I love it.
We're gonna smash. We think we're gonna smash it. That's why we're saying
Yeah,
1600.
1600. Yeah, but yeah, of course we will. Get Kirsty.
1600, easy breezy, right? Like, hello. So then she'll give away another 30-minute reading.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So share it with your people, share this broadcast, share the live, tell everybody you know, because the guardians are actually here. They came through the portal where Souli saw the dragonflies. They came through the portal. They are here, they are present, and they are working their behinds off to shift us from the denser energy into a higher vibration. The shift, we've been waiting for the shift forever, right? The shift is here. We've already shifted, and it's just finding that balance now. But truths are coming out. Truths here, truth there, truth everywhere. So it's a beautiful thing. So grateful to all the guardians, grateful to Violet, grateful to Master Jesus, and to all the archangels, to the whole entire team that are here, to you, to all of you beautiful light weavers that show up and support Souli in getting this important message. Like 6 months ago, I didn't believe. I didn't really believe in fairies. Okay, but then I got a transmission from the fairies, and it knocked me out for 2 days.
Very powerful, very powerful.
Very powerful, very potent, small but mighty. Okay, so I'm so grateful to every single person, whether you're here today or whether you're watching this broadcast whenever, in any time, in any space.
Absolutely.
And I'm so grateful to you, Souli, for allowing me to be a part of this amazing.
Well, as they keep telling us, Susan, it was written in the stars, and you know that I can't think of a better person to join this journey with me, because you get me, and because you allow for my foibles, you allow for those moments when I dig my heels in and go.
But you overcome everything. You overcome all of it, right? You've just grown leaps and bounds, and I'm so proud to be your coach. And
oh, bless.
so
I love you dearly. Susan, getting excited. Should we do the draw?
Yes, we're doing the draw, okay? But I know. I'm sorry. I'm just like,
no, don't apologize, love. Don't apologize, love. I'm just seeing people sort of dropping off, and I'm thinking, quick, we want more people to have the opportunity to win. So yeah.
Okay. So I wrote a number down. Okay, it's number 1 through 100. Okay, write a number down. If you're the closest without going over, you will win. And if there's duplicates, whoever wrote it first. So write your number down.
Pop it in the comments. I think Guy has knocked them out. I think Guy has knocked them out. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Oh, look at that master numbers. Beautiful. 2288.
Come on.
73.
Come on.
Yeah, this amazing opportunity to win a channeled reading with a guardian of your choice, with me and the guardian of your choice. 41. I think it says there's 5 people up there, so there's Kirsty, you get in the mix as well, even though you won it last time, love. 25. But Janet, you're here. I didn't know you were here. Mwah. 33. Oh, look at those lovely master numbers.
Okay. Are we ready? Drum roll, please. Okay.
53. 53.
Dorothy.
Dorothy. Congratulations, Dorothy.
Yay!
Yay.
I'm so excited for you, Dorothy. You are going to be blown away. Blown away. Let me tell you. Kirsty, I'm so grateful to you for still being awake. You are my hero. I love you. I never met you, but I love you dearly. Congratulations, Dorothy. Can you just plop her name up?
Congratulations.
Plop Dorothy's name up on the screen, please.
Yep. Where is she? Yay. Oh, it'd be lovely to see you again as well.
Oh, I'm so thrilled. Congratulations, Dorothy. Thank you, Janet, Sherry, Sally.
Yeah, thank you, all of you.
So
Dorothy, I will connect with you, and we'll arrange a session together. Love. Oh, exciting.
Yes. So private message. Should she email you?
I can message her. You know, we're a messenger together. It might be easy that way, unless you prefer another way, Dorothy. I think that would be
So she will message you.
Yeah.
And yeah. So I'm super excited. I'm sorry, I'm kind of loopy ever since that transmission. So I feel like
fine, Susan. I want to come and give you a big hug. I'm giving you a cyber hug.
I know. So finally, even if you did not win a free session with Souli, you can sign up for a session with Souli. She'll put the link. Do you have the link available where people can schedule a session with you?
Oh yes. Sorry, I was busy. Let me just see if I can get it up quickly here. Bear with me.
Must I do all the work?
Well, apparently. No, that was
of course.
Bear with me. No, this is one of those things, isn't it, where I need somebody to organise me, because I should have had this ready before. I do apologise, peeps.
I love you.
You know me of old. Here we go. So yes, this is my scheduler, scheduley thingy. I never know which way to say it. But there you go. So yeah, have a little look at that, and you know, if anything resonates with you, come and message me and talk to me and see what see what happens.
Beautiful. Okay, beautiful. So thank you, everybody. I know this was an extra long transmission, but so grateful.
We can't seem to do short ones. We have so much to say. That's the thing. But thank you for being here, for staying here, you guys, and for being present. And for those who watch the replay as well, just you'll experience everything just as powerfully. It will be just as powerful. Yeah, thank you all, everybody, and keep the magic flowing. Let's keep the magic flowing.
Yes, yes. You're way more powerful than you even know. So
Exactly.
thank you.
Thank you so, so much. Thank you so much, Susan, for being my extraordinarily wonderful, gorgeous co-pilot. Love you dearly. And thank you, everybody who was here live. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Well done, Dorothy. Yay. And Kirsty, you're a star for being here still. And Sally, yay. All of you.
And don't forget to like if you haven't liked, and if you haven't subscribed, subscribe, even if you're, because people will be seeing this later. Subscribe, like, comment, let us know what you're feeling, what you're thinking, what's happening. And I'll make sure the form list to sign up to be an ambassador or to be on the list to get notification will be under the video once it's complete. All right.
I've just remembered something. I have a gift to give them that they might be interested in. Some of you, is it this one? Is it that one?
We'll make sure the gifts, the links, all the links will be under the video once it is complete.
Yeah, I've got a gift. Maybe I'll do that in a bit, but I'll make sure that there's a little free gift of a journey that I did with a group, a gift from the Guardians of Nature, which is very beautiful. So I'll share that as soon as I'll share it. I won't keep you any longer because this is a long time you've been here, and I appreciate you very much. Much love.
All right. Bye, you guys. Love you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. End the broadcast. But keep me on.
Oh my God, I keep pressing the wrong thing.